In the war that Russia has unleashed against Ukraine, few places have suffered more than Borodianka. Occupied by Vladimir Putin's troops since late February, recently taken back by Ukraine's army. Borodianka was held by the Russians for a very long time, and just to give you an idea about the scale of the destruction, you have houses like these that were completely destroyed, but if we look over here, you can see that even large residential buildings have been flattened. This entire building was flattened. It was connected with this one before, but now there's absolutely nothing left of it. And the Russians made sure to show they owned this town, painting the letter V on occupied buildings, even defacing Borodianka's city administration. V is the letter the Russians used to help identify their forces that invaded this part of Ukraine. Oksana Kostichenko and her husband just returned here and found Russian soldiers had been staying in their house. She says they ransacked the place. Alcohol is everywhere, she says, empty bottles in the hallway, under things. They smoked a lot, put out cigarettes on the table. They also showed us the corpse of a man they found in their backyard. His hands and feet tied, severe bruises on his body, a shell casing still nearby. Russia claims its forces don't target civilians, calling reports of atrocities fake and provocations. But these body collectors are the ones who have to remove the carnage Russia's military leaves in its wake. In a span of less than an hour, they found a person gunned down while riding a bicycle, a body burned beyond recognition, and a man still stuck in his car, gunned down with bullet holes in his head and chest. He was believed to be transporting medical supplies, now strewn near this road. The most awful thing is, those are not soldiers laying there, just people, innocent people, Gennady says. For no reason, I ask. Yes, for no reason. Killed and tortured for no reason, he says. The road from Kiev to Borodianka is lined with villages heavily damaged after Russia's occupation. Destroyed tanks and armored vehicles left behind, but also indications of just how much firepower they unleashed on this area. The Russians say this is a special operation, not a war, and that they don't harm civilians. But look how much ammunition they left behind simply in this one single firing position here. This is ammunition for heavy weapons with devastating effects on civilian areas. That devastation cuts through the towns and villages north of Kiev, where the number of dead continues to rise. Now that Vladimir Putin's armies have withdrawn, Ukraine's leaders still believe many more bodies could be buried beneath the rubble. Fred Pleitkin, CNN, Borodianka, Ukraine.